Abum ana esibu so the new majority leader James Agalga akasa also share mozi me week kura or responding to your dignity so a bit of inexperience also share me see me no supa or sene ne wanwa ebra your friend so no na dey man because yi Mahama Ayariga for report about said some people are not happy with Mahama Ayariga they want Afenyo-Markin so no ne ade there's also issues about Mahama Ayariga obi a boko ya blaming all these years. Now, chieftaincy minister, what thinking went into that? My name is Amenka. We are answer my main about the video. Maybe I'll tell you. As Zanetta Jima Rollins, why a defense ministry? A young farmer near the Mayura Gilbert. Conversation in there, and now I'm was saying about it. Me and come details. I'll give you all the exclusives. And when the leader is speaking, you can see from his mannerism, his tonation, the word Kasano. I think Afenyo should brace up. Mama, James Agalga, no sha. Metro, mo smart mo so mo behu nti enya analysis ni mo metro so be subscribe ama me o subscribe no click the notification me the video we to behu next much we you have a comment feel free leave that comment in the comment section we are metro so be call back home assist any assistant you need because you are abroad and you cannot be there physically no back home assist be di jumani nyama or from or come website you get all these further and better particulars so be say what dan will be here follow up man will be school man me hospital some probably be assistant we project be you need people to go and do the quantities for you. You will be check some passament and say nekum project and say nekum bibia bakom assess be this age money na e diamante ko na ni omunko di bibia be kama diamant. Now here James Agalga and Aboni Dean said the new majority leader after a movie here Mahama Ayariga to the chieftaincy ministry, the movie the chieftaincy minister to the works and housing. Now works and housing minister and a former deputy defense minister under Mahama one as the now substantive minister. And Asante Fominu and the defense ministry. Here Kenneth and here Broja Jemfin. No na dominate former defense minister Busana Basadi we are no castles. Oh Agalga, oh you're inexperienced.
Agalga is a very tough guy, you know, he's a very tough guy. But the only thing he needs to realize is that he does not have the experience of leadership. You know, Afenyo, Anodonpre, Mama Pat, and Habib have the experience of leadership, and they have been there. All the four of them have been there long before him. Some of them have done 7 years, 6 years. Some of them have done 6.5 years. Afenyo has done almost like 4 years in leadership. So they have the experience of leadership and what it takes. And it is a calling. But apart from that, it's a skill that you need to learn on your feet. But when it comes to parliamentary work, Agalga came in and I think either 2012 or 2016, so 2012. So he came with Afenyo, they are mixed. So he has an idea about how to go about leadership. So I'm not surprised that the president picked up on him to go. If he didn't go there, then he would have gone to defense. But once the president believes that he will settle on this, he has to learn very fast. Otherwise, trust me, the mighty 87 will overrun him, and will overrun him very, very fast. And he's 188 because I know that there's one who's locked up outside the country. So the 188 and then the 87 members, I can tell you that if he's not on his feet, the 87 will overrun him and overrun him very, very quickly.
Yes. And I James Agalga on TV to the exclusively grant us one yes how. No, I am very, very tough. I experience pounds with you.
Honorable, congratulations are in order for you. But how did this news come to you?
Thank you very much. Well, I was quite surprised, but again, I also know that having served in Parliament for quite some time, I mean, anything is possible. So I would like to thank His Excellency, the President, and the leadership of my party, the chairman, and the General Secretary, who have reposed so much confidence in me to have accepted for me to be chosen to serve as a majority leader. I am grateful, and I can assure you that I will not let them down. I will not let the people of Ghana down as majority leader.
Very well. Now, Honorable, what's your perspective of this new role?
Well, the leadership in the House, if you are made the majority leader, what it means is that you must develop the capacity to first of all, move the majority side along, as well as the minority, because you are leader of what? The House, a leader of government business. That entails a lot of hard work. You'll be required to learn to build consensus when the need arises. And at the same time, you must develop the capacity to champion government business, even in the face of stiff opposition from a minority that is very vociferous. So those are the perspectives I can share with you for now. It's quite a Herculean task, but I can assure you that I have what it takes to deliver.
Which brings me to the question, Honorable. What's your mindset taking up these tasks you've mentioned for the new role, or in terms of the new role? In that, what should Ghanaians expect from an Agalga leadership?
Well, my party has a clear, if you like, blueprint for our country's overall development. So, as majority leader and leader of government business, I would champion the course of government in its quest to deliver on that blueprint and the mandate that the people of this country have given us. At the same time, I would work to ensure that the interest of the people is
Leader Sahin Alexander Afenyo-Markin, whom critics have said can be vociferous, but also very brash. With you as the new sheriff in town, what is your word to Afenyo-Markin?
Well, first of all, Afenyo-Markin is a colleague, lawyer. We are members of the bar. We both arrived in Parliament at the same time, and so he doesn't enjoy seniority over me so far as our age in Parliament is concerned. But, of course, we would extend all the courtesies to the minority leadership. But at the same time, the message I have for the minority is that we would play according to the rules. I mean, the standing orders are very clear. And so if we play according to what the standing orders allows us to do, I am sure we would have a very interesting parliament. I can assure, I've heard people say, oh, but maybe I'm new to leadership and it could be bullied. If you've known me for some time, you would agree that I am not the type who can be bullied. Far from that. But like I said, Afenyo-Markin is a nice gentleman, and so would accord him all the courtesies, would expect him to do likewise. And if we do that, I'm sure there will be peace and tranquility in the house.
He get ready for showdowns or a showdown?
No. I don't think it would get to the point where we'd have to have a showdown. But if we have to have a showdown, why not? But as majority, our interest is to ensure that government business is not interrupted. And I'm going to, my colleague, the Honorable Ayariga, did very well when he was, and he's still the majority leader anyway. He did very well and soft-spoken, but very decisive and resolute. So I think that I would walk very much in his footsteps and ensure that government business is not disrupted in any way.
Honorable, you have been described as a tough guy and not a pushover, at least from the commentators I've heard so far. Where there appears to be a dissent is when former Defense Minister Dominic Nitiwul says you do not have leadership experience enough to be majority leader. Your reaction?
Oh, the Defense Minister, former, is a very good friend of mine. When he was Minister for Defense, I happened to be the ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. So I actually oversighted him. And he knows too well that the position of ranking member is part of what? The leadership structure of Parliament. Are you with me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. He's very much aware. So, and for 8 solid years, I was ranking member. That was a leadership role in Parliament. So, I am not new to leadership in Parliament. As we speak, I'm the chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee. That is a leadership role in Parliament. It's part of the extended leadership structure of Parliament. So I am coming from the point where one can say that I am new to leadership. What be said about me? And so I believe that you'll be the best to pass judgment.
Yes, I think he's right. He served as ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee, served now as chairman, being a deputy minister of Interior before. He's a lawyer, and now I was thinking, so you're still a lawyer. I'm trying to check his law credentials. Cases be away, I couldn't get it, so I can't confirm for you. But and confirm with you, the people whose view I also hold very, very dear. No? He seems to know what he's about. And the few times I've seen in Parliament, he comes across as one of the people. Now, science and American. You see, he said that we didn't even need to go there when it comes to Sagidina. And it's good. It tells you that only leader obeys Ankrofoni, but he also said that he can also be firm when they need to be. And I think that's a leader. You need to have a blend of that. You can be firm when you need to be firm. You can be soft when you need to be soft. And you can also go hard when you need to go hard. So I think that fine balance puts him in a good place. We see what he contrasts from Mahama Ayariga on his performance, you know. I was thinking he was doing well, though. I was thinking that he picked a certain momentum. But hey, as I always say, political parties, when they take decisions, sometimes you don't fully appreciate why they do this, but they know best why they do this. And Agalga is also a lawyer too, so I think that maybe they didn't like that. But moving him to the chief justice is where I have an issue. The Boku issue, especially how he's been accused of all this. I don't want to go into the matter because it's a very sensitive matter. And I don't know the thinking behind that. But maybe they could have moved another minister there entirely. But hey, I believe they will consider these things. So let's see how it goes. But I think that he's been a fairly okay. Maybe said that form upon the idea there be. I don't understand class. That's what I'm very, very vibrant. But I thought I think in Parliament, especially in leadership of Parliament, you need a bit of diplomacy. Where you need to make concessions, you should be able to admit and make concessions. Where you need level heads, where you need to calm your people, you need that. Two firebrands are petrol, emfa. Petrol matches emfa. I say petrol fire extinguisher. So, but nobody says, does it cause Afenyo to be changed? I don't know. For the MPP strategy, I don't know. And I think that they have fine materials, Patrick Boama, Kojo Ponkuma, all these people are there if they want to change Afenyo. But I don't think necessarily because NDC have made a substitution, the MPP must also necessarily make a substitution. As another comment, see about that. They be a chairman, be catch them, and I'm a referee. Say, uncle, defense ministry, no more for me. See, the defense ministry, and I'm a catch Austin. It's a ministry. If you know Kenneth very well, Kenneth is. Let me not go there. I don't want to give that information out. But he's very, very close to the Mahamas. A position because of our history. Defense, especially at that time. Rollins, if you are 50 years old, that's what most people don't know. When Rollins was leaving government, so we got president, D 19 years in now. Not president Rollins was 51 years. Yes, it's not sure fear no was there. That's why he brought his brother. So you need a person you really trust to be a defense ministry. And for certain reasons, some I cannot say fully, it's not. Some people believe, especially on the Mahama side, that Ezeneto was not the best person. But he's gotten a ministerial position because some of us were surprised that Ezeneto is one of the fine materials NDC can project. She takes a lot of boxes. But finally, she's gotten a ministerial post. And I think that there's also dovetails, also a medical doctor, science, environment, it dovetails into that same. Maybe senka, candle health. But the president, I mean, what I always say that when it comes to the minister, I'm surprised the greater Kraja minister is there. Maybe I will be a president, but I made an in this one day. Unye bibia papa bia me use me view no you are entitled to disagree with me obi to say employment minister no me hu ni nti ayan reshafo no ni hu ni nti ayan resha be bon so abekom no na regional balance. I mean, you know the reason why they give the sports ministry to Kofi Adams. You all know. So sometimes our regional balance, ethnic balance, is hard and also no. Sometimes either binds the hands of presidents and some of these decisions that they take, because and yeah, no, there are many people who should be gone by now. Many of them. Different. I was thinking. Now say vote. I say be festival be nice. Oko tourism ministry be any ho. Dunkwa foye program be dunkwa yellow. Be any ho. Mama no cry one thing and can't. That's a I don't know. I don't know. But we come to regional balance, ethnic balance, and gender considerations be near the Omakoshawo. But I think that moving forward, we need people who will take clear KPI. Tourism crowd and Kadeba can be promoted for cry. Here, in Ghana, a beautiful culture. Then I'm no bika. As I'm saying, mewu. And see, nya proper film documentary be, you know, to sell the soft power. So I don't scared the Brahman for Dubai for be far. Visit Dubai, almost be far. Ya Branty, that's God Lloyd. There's a reason they have social media. What bring you together? Use your power to be able to lobby things. And I'm not saying count in the field, and it's a disappointment, you know. But hey, so that's my view on it. So we hope to see what he will contribute. I don't think that necessarily. So you'll be don't have that mentality. I don't think leadership should always be. As I know parliament, and you're noisy. Me view no. What do you make of the selection? Do you think maybe another person should have been considered? Share that view in the comment section. We are now subscriber. I'm subscriber now. Click the notification. The video be to my message. So be sure to see the mama me here. Ghana and see here. Bye bye.